to an end in the regional quarterfinals back on March 1st. Every day since then, Coach Shaver and his Wildcats have fought and worked to find ways to defend their district title. All of that hard work, all of those hours spent in the gym, it's all been for this. Tonight, the Sulphur Springs Wildcats begin district play against a former rival in Paris. Both of those teams were picked to be playoff teams, and both of them want to get into the win column as soon as possible. After taking back-to-back losses to top 10 teams, Sulphur Springs will be looking to start a winning streak of their own. 32 miles separate these two schools, and tonight, 32 minutes will decide which of them will open district play 1-0. Thank y'all so much for joining us here on Front Porch News and Chad's Media. For those of you that have been hanging out with us all season, thank you so much and welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm Tyler Lynn, and I'm joined, of course, as always, by my guest, Grayson McClure. I say as always.
Yeah, not
we
always.
missed you last time. Welcome back,
always.
man.
Dude, I know. I'm excited to be back. I apologize for missing, but hopefully that's the last time.
Yes.
Hopefully. God forbid that's the last time. So.
Yes, but we have a great one tonight. It is, in fact, the district opener. And like I said there in the intro, I mean, this team, a couple tough losses here lately, but they were both the top 10 teams. And, I mean, now it's time to defend your district title.
Yeah, man, and, you know, Sulphur Springs, they started off so hot and early in the season, and that, like, as the season has gone on, and a lot of that has to do with fatigue because of tournament season, you're going to see more losses. But all that's out the window, for both teams. Both teams haven't been as great as they would like to be.
Right.
But tonight is when it really matters.
Again, we want to thank y'all so much for joining us. Obviously, Grayson and I are here, but as you can tell, we've got the main camera being held down by Chloe Copel. And, of course, as always, we've got the Corey Cam. Shout out to the Corey Cam. Yeah, we got a great game for y'all still. We are about to enter the fourth quarter of the JV game, so we've got a little bit of time to kill and everything. A few things just to make note of that I do want to talk about. Only two common opponents between these two teams so far, and both of them are 1-1 in each of those games. Sulphur Springs, they each beat Commerce, and then they each lost to Anna. Now, they both lost to Anna by 6 points,
yeah. But
of course, when Sulphur Springs lost to Anna, they didn't have Branson.
No Branson.
But, I mean, who's to say Paris may have been missing players when they lost to Anna, too? I don't know.
Yeah, right. Paris is also a weird team, too, because they have so many football players usually. So it's hard to take into account what their record means. And that's the case with a lot of basketball teams here in Texas, especially at this level. But yeah, that Sulphur Springs loss, it hurt. And obviously, we just lost to Dallas Pinksman, which was a tough battle. You were there actually covering them for Front Porch News.
Yes.
But
by the way, they went up against Dink Pate. The number, depending on what you're looking at, either the number 2 or the number 3 junior in the state of Texas, and he was the real deal. He was, I think, maybe one of the best basketball players I've seen this team play against, and I don't mean this year. I mean, obviously, back when you were playing, y'all got to go up against Tyrese Maxey. I'm not sure that he's Tyrese Maxey, but he's very, very good. He already has offers from Georgetown, literally, so we went and covered that game Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, we look on Twitter, and he's at the University of Arkansas.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, he's certainly the best player that Sulphur Springs has played against this season, as far as I can remember. I can't remember a player like that we've played yet. But yeah, I think that's one of those losses where it's right before district. I think that's a good loss because
I agree.
You have to respond to certain losses like that. So
I agree, and I think it's funny to have those two back-to-back losses. They lost to Anna, and then they lost to Dallas Pinkston. Both of those are in the top 10 now. If I'm not mistaken, Anna wasn't even ranked until the Sulphur Springs win, and then they jumped all the way inside the top 10. But those felt like two completely different losses to me. Obviously, we got to broadcast the Anna game last Friday night. That didn't they shouldn't have lost that game. They should not have lost that game, but then they turn around and lose to Dallas Pinkston, and that feels very different to me. That felt like a very hard-fought game. I made the comment after the game that I thought that was maybe the hardest I've seen them fight all year.
Yeah, you did mention that to me, and, of course, on Front Porch News, you mentioned it as well. And I think that's very big because I think as of late, we haven't really, on the court, we don't have as much grit as we did to start the season.
I agree.
And I think that has to change. So tonight I think it's a big response because Paris is they're going to be, like, let's keep it real, they're going to be way more athletic than you. They are year in and year out. They're way more athletic than their opposing teams. They're going to play hard. They're going to be gritty on defense. They're not going to be afraid of foul calls and the whistle being blown. you got to try to come and punch them in the mouth.
It's also worth noting, those two played a very, very, very close football game this year. It ended 21-14. If anyone doesn't remember, we broadcast that game right here. It came down to the final play of the game, which it looked like a touchdown. It ended up being ruled the other way.
Yeah.
We had a TikTok showing that play that blew up. But if you go back and read those comments, a bunch of those players and just students in general kept saying, like, all right, wait till basketball.
Oh, really?
We'll see y'all in basketball season. So here we are. It's basketball season.
And, dude, and that's real. That kind of stuff for high school especially, like, that is completely real. That they're constantly waiting. They're constantly checking that day and counting down the days to play you, too. So, wow, that's that's interesting.
Now, I do want to show one of the things I think to look most forward to here tonight is the return of Branson Lynn. Obviously, he's missed the last couple of games, and he was red hot before getting injured. If you look at the last 5 games he played in, almost 17 points per game. He's shooting 65.8% from the three-point line, almost 3 assists per game, and then leading the team with 2.2 steals per game. Obviously, it's huge that they're getting him back, but I really like, in the last game anyway, I really like the way the team played without him. I think you saw, Malachi Miles, for instance, is a player who's also been really, really good lately.
He's been great.
And Coach Shaver made the comment to me after the Dallas-Pinkston game. I don't have the exact quote in front of me. I should have written it down. But he said, for them to make a deep run in the playoffs, it's going to take specifically Malachi Miles continuing to play at that level.
Yeah, no, for sure, because that's the thing that Sulphur Springs has lacked is if Branson has had some off games, you're going to as a shooter. Parker has had some games where he gets a foul trouble, he's had some off games. Cordrick isn't getting the looks that he wants to. Well, who's going to be that next guy to step up? And that next guy really hasn't stepped up. Not that anybody's playing bad, per se, but just in terms of scoring, as throughout the season, it's looked like we have 3 guys who can score, and everyone else is just going to play their role. As of late, Malachi is really stepping up his scoring, and I think that's huge going into district and for the future.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking about, you were talking about those 2 other players, Cordrick Turner and Parker Wisenhunt. They both had great games on Tuesday night. Cordrick records his 11th double-double of the season. He had 20 points, 12 boards. I believe it was 57% from the field, something like that. 11 double-doubles. You specifically, have done a great job of keeping up with season-long stats and records and that sort of thing. The record for double-doubles in a season, he's still a good ways away from, but he is close to starting to crack the top 3. He needs 3 more to be one of the top 3 Wildcats ever for double-doubles in a season, which is crazy to think about. You have at least, 10 games left? Yeah.
So third place right now is Victor Iwakor with 14. That was in 2017 or 20. I could be wrong on that. 2017, I believe, was the year he had 14. And then it's 15, and then Stadrian Hall is in the lead with 22. So Cordrick, I don't think there's any way for Cordrick to beat that. But to get in that top 3, especially with the talent that has come through the Sulphur Springs program these last few years alone, is incredible. And this is what, before the season, you and I consistently talk about all Sulphur Springs sports and sports in general. And we had talked about, like, Cordrick has to average a double-double.
Right.
And not that stats really matter, but we were saying, like, he's got to play at that level. And Cordrick's right there. He's averaging about 16.5 a game and almost 10 rebounds a game. And that is a large reason for the success because Sulphur Springs doesn't have many rebounders. They have Cordrick and they have Malachi Miles.
It's funny, for a little while, he was really close on the border of 20 and 10, which is wild to think about. I would go to show you Parker's stats from the other night in just 1 second, but before we do, we want to thank all of our sponsors, of course, but specifically a couple that help us bring you the pregame portion of our show, starting with Discount Wheel and Tire. Discount Wheel and Tire Sulphur Springs offers a full line of Michelin tires. When you're looking for the right tire, the choice is easy. Michelin packs more science into their tires to bring together safety, durability, fuel efficiency, and performance without trade-offs. Match the right tire with the right service today. Discount Wheel and Tire, proudly serving our Wildcats for over 25 years. And I also want to tell you about our friends over at iFocus. Here at Chad's Media, we want to make sure that you get to see all the action, and so do our friends at iFocus Vision Care. They provide the highest quality of optometry care as well as a full range of optometry services. iFocus is also very accommodating as they accept a number of insurance plans. Give them a call at 903-439-2020 or visit them at 1100 Mockingbird Lane. If you're looking to enhance your vision, call them today. Again, they offer a full range of optometry services and optical eyewear. Grayson, you're making yourself comfortable up here, I've noticed.
I am, and for some reason, obviously, as the viewers can see, we've been standing, obviously, this game, and I like it. I like the standing because I always want to stand during the game anyways.
Right.
And I don't know why that is causing me to do, like, Kirk Herbstreit hands
Pretty
with
well they can't see.
Like, my fingertips. I've been doing it almost the entire time, and
Well,
I've been very conscious of it and trying not to do it.
I've got the pin in my hand, so I understand. I'm the same way. So I told you the other player that we did want to make a note of from the other night, Parker Wisenhunt. Now, I love Parker. Parker is one of my not only favorite players, but just love him to death.
Yeah.
But there were a few games, it felt like, where he wasn't putting up those types of numbers anymore, and he had a huge bounce-back game the other night. 19 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He had a couple big dunks, and he came up huge in the clutch. The Wildcats were down 9 or 10 with about 4 or 5 minutes left. 3 plays in a row, he forces a steal, goes and scores, and cuts it to a 2-point game with 2.5 minutes left. That's huge, and I think he provides something very unique and specific to this team that no one else does. I think he can do things that you're just not going to get from anybody else on this roster in terms of momentum.
Yeah, no, and he's been that way since his freshman year, playing on the freshman team, and his sophomore year going up to varsity. He's been, I was talking to Boo Wilkerson, my cousin, and we were talking about, we were trying to make an all-time Sulphur Springs basketball roster with 12 guys. And Boo was like, I got to throw Parker in there. And he was like, he was the fastest dude I've ever seen in my life, like, play with. And of course, Boo and I played with countless D1 players and stuff like that, but Parker, and it's not just that he has the speed. A lot of guys have the speed, but he's so controlled with the speed, and he wasn't as controlled last season, and you could tell he's developed that speed with the ball and making decisions with that speed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's always had, like you're saying, that speed, that quickness, that athleticism. It felt like there were times early in his career where you could see what he was wanting to do, but his mind and body just weren't quite on the same page. And now you very rarely see that from him. I mean, he's really come into his own, and he, again, is just getting better and better and better, it feels like.
Yeah, no, he's very efficient with the ball, and he has, last season we always talked about the assist-to-turnover ratio, it being bad. Just about everybody's was bad. And this year, it's not like your 3 main guys, your 3 top guys, Branson, Kordrick, and Parker, are all above 1. And Parker specifically at 1.18, which is good. He's getting at least over an assist for every turnover, which is very solid, especially the type of player he is.
Right. He leads the team with almost 4 assists per game. And again, to not be a point guard, players like Parker usually are someone who, when they catch the ball, they are looking to score. And again, with almost 4 assists per game, that's very much not the case with him. But he's still giving you 15-plus points per game. It's just a lot. It's very efficient. When the ball is in his hands, good things happen.
Yeah, it's weird because as of, at the beginning of the year, the ball movement was kind of an issue. Nobody was really getting assists. The ball was just being very stagnant. And now, as of late, we're starting to run some more actions. And Parker has really taken the jump. I mean, you look at the stats every single game, it's like it's 5 assists, 7 assists, 12 assists, 7, 9 assists. It's constant. And that's crazy for him not to be the main ball handler. As of the past 2 games, obviously, he's probably been the main ball handler. But I've been very impressed with his ability to not only get to the rim, but now he's getting to the paint, and he's like, okay, is it the best option for me to go up, or is it to kick it out to Malachi so he can make a swing pass? So he's progressed probably more than anyone throughout the season. I'm very surprised by that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's him or maybe Malachi Miles, who, again, just been incredible lately. A few more things. Obviously, we've still got 4 minutes left here in the JV game before the varsity even begins to get ready. But some new cool things that we've added to this broadcast. Want to get, let y'all get a look at. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. That is an awesome feature that we've added. Big shout out to Corey for making all that kind of stuff happen. Also, we want to, for anyone curious, we've got a bunch of stuff coming up. Obviously, we're broadcasting games all the time, but in the near future, specifically Tuesday night, we will finally get to show you some Lady Cats basketball again. They've been killing it here lately. They will be playing versus Liberty Ilo, and then next Friday night, they'll be back with the Wildcats against North Lamar.
It's been a while, and man, this is crazy for me being back because it's been almost a month.
Yeah.
Since, we didn't until before Christmas.
You're right.
That was last time, and that's when Branson, we saw Parker have 12 assists.
Yes.
Branson, it looked like he was about to break.
Is that Bullard?
Yes.
Yes.
It looked like he was about to break the three-point record in a game.
You're always rooting for that.
Yeah. No, I want to see it so bad. So bad. Maybe tonight's the night.
You're rooting harder for it than, their parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, speaking of Branson, I'm curious. Obviously, it's been a little bit since he's been in the lineup. As someone who was a similar player in the sense, both very strong shooters and everything, how do you expect him to try to, get back tonight?
I think he's going to come back very smooth. I don't think it was too much of a deal with his ankle. It's really just about confidence when you come back from an injury. If you go out with an ankle injury or any type of that, as long as you're shooting the ball with confidence and you're not timid, and he's a very confident player. He knows that's what's so great about Branson is he knows the type of player he is. He knows he's not going to score 30 points a game. He knows that, but he knows
even when he's on track to, he's dishing it out to other people and everything.
Exactly, yeah. And he knows how to bring the game to him. So I think with somebody, with a shooter like that, don't force anything, but also be confident. Let the game come to you. If you feel like it's a good shot, he's got the green light. He's the one player with that. He's like, hey, if you're feeling good about it, you got the green light. Put it up there.
I agree. I'm also very excited to have, for a number of reasons, but you go back and look at that Anna game specifically, that felt like a team that had watched a lot of film on Sulphur Springs, and they had a specific way they wanted to attack them, which was double Cordrick every single time he got the ball in the paint, especially with his back to the basket. And, when you have a Branson who's knocking down threes like that, at some point they have to stop. They can't continue to do that. They didn't make a three-pointer that night. Literally did not make a three-pointer in the game. Having Branson changes that tremendously.
And that's the one downfall. Well, it's not the one downfall. That, to me, that's probably the biggest. It's top two biggest downfalls for the Sulphur Springs roster. It's probably the second biggest downfall is the lack of shooting, especially in today's day, and especially when you have a guy like Cordrick.
Which is crazy to say about a team that's averaging almost 65 points per game, but
right. But a lot of those points, at least 40 of those are coming from in the paint. And that's pretty normal for high school, I guess. But the biggest thing is when you got a guy that's as dominant as Cordrick down low and you're feeding him down low, that's the prime opportunity to be able to get these shots. I was able, when I played, to get all these threes because we had a guy like Dede.
Yeah,
it wasn't because I was
and Cameron Carter.
Yeah, right. It wasn't because I was this incredible player.
Well, you were.
I was okay, but it was more so, okay, well, Dede, we can't go one-on-one with Dede. And same thing with Cordrick. Cordrick, it's impossible to guard him one-on-one. So having Branson back, man, that just elevates this team so much more than we think. We saw that with him.
No, I totally agree. Here in a second, I want to get a few keys to victory here tonight. But first, while we have a few minutes, again, there's about 3 minutes left here in the JV game. Then we're going to start getting ready for the varsity game. But we want to hear a quick word from some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Wildcat Nation. My name's Rebecca McDaniel. You may already know me. I grew up in Hopkins County. I'm so excited to announce that I've joined the Alliance Bank team. Community banks are critical to hometowns, and our hometown is growing. As a community bank lender, I truly strive to know my customers' businesses. When I take on a relationship with a customer, we're a team, and from that point forward, it's my job to help them win. So give me a call, stop by, or reach out through alliancebank.com. Let's win together.
Healthcare for my father was the easiest decision. When they asked me who I wanted, I want Marcy. We have been so pleased with Amethyst. My father has been pleased. My answer to you is call Amethyst. They will be there for you, night, day. They're incredible.
Hi, I'm Marcy with Amethyst Healthcare. Call us today for first-class care in the comfort of your home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little under 3 minutes until we get the JV game finished up. And it's a close game. It is 45 to 43, 47 to 43. But anyway, returning to what we were talking
quick,
about.
I mean, we talked about this before we started broadcasting. It was loud. It was very loud during the third quarter. So I can't imagine.
Of the freshman game.
Yeah, right, of the freshman game. So I can't imagine what's going to be like at the varsity game.
No, it's very loud up here. And again, first off, we want to thank all of y'all for spending not only your Friday night, your Friday the 13th. I love Friday the 13th. For those of you that know me outside of just this broadcast, the big horror nerd. I'm big into, that sort of thing. So obviously I thrive on Friday the 13th. But we want to thank all of y'all. And as always, get as active as you would like in the chat. We love it when y'all are involved.
Yes,
a lot of people that are active. I see Dylan Jester in here. Usually he's active, so that's one less person to be caught.
Please tell me when you get annoyed about me doing my hands, because I'm getting annoyed myself. I can't stop. It feels pretty good.
It does. I mean, if I weren't holding the clipboard, I'm doing the same thing. I'm still holding the pen. I'm not writing anything at the moment. But some keys to victory. What you got for me tonight? If you don't mind, I might start.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm going to go with Cordrick Turner. Again, you look at these last couple of games, I think this offense at the end of the day, no matter how well anyone else is playing, it does run through him. And go back and you look at the Anna game, again, they had an answer for him. And unfortunately, no one else was able to really kind of step up and take that role. But because of that, they lose a game that they really shouldn't have lost. But then you turn around against Dallas Pinkston. He's got 20 points, 12 boards, and players like Parker and Theo and Malachi are stepping up, and they almost win that game.
Right. Yeah, man. And Cordrick Turner is always going to be a big key. The biggest thing about Cordrick is going to do his thing. I don't think you and I are ever worried about Cordrick's play. It's more so, okay, here's what Cordrick is a key, but it's more so about what are the other guys going to do about Cordrick, how productive he is that night.
Now that we're at district, because like I said, Anna felt like a team that had watched a ton of film on Sulphur Springs because they were doing that immediately. It wasn't like, oh, that kid, we might just double him. Yeah. They're doing that immediately. I think now that you're in district, you're going to see a lot. Almost every game, you're going to see stuff like that. And if it's a really good team, if it's a really smart team, they're not going to do it every time. You're not going to know when they're going to send doubles. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the biggest thing with district is district, you're going to start seeing, if you are a good coach, if you are a coach that prides himself on being prepared, is you're going to mix in these doubles in the post. You're going to mix up these ice screen actions. You're going to mix up these going over, these hard hedging, and so on and so forth. So the biggest thing about tonight is you got to identify that. This Paris coach is a good coach. We played against him. I played against him several times, and the biggest thing is guys like Branson, Malachi, DJ, Parker, who have the ball and are feeding the post, feeding these other guys when they're running the offense. They got to be able to identify the different coverages that Paris may send them throughout the game.
Grayson, I know we've mentioned this already. Now we actually have the camera up on it and everything. We've got a game right here, man. 48 to 47, 120 left. And dude, I got to tell you, from what we've seen here recently, this JV team has been on fire. Literally, they're winning by 20 almost every night, it feels like, every time we get to watch them.
Yeah, I've been hearing, a lot of people have been messaging me about this JV team. There's somebody on the JV team, you have to pull him. I haven't watched the JV much this season. But there's a few guys on here that have been playing great. Arrington tonight. Arrington is he's going to be very good when he's on the varsity team because he's going to come in when Branson graduates. He's going to come in, and he's way different than his brother, who we covered last year. His brother was a very good glue guy, hard-nosed defender, whereas Carter Arrington is going to be a junior next season. he'll come in and he'll kind of be.
So he's
running
only
the
a sophomore
offense.
right now.
Sophomore.
Gotcha.
Yeah, junior next season.
Yeah.
So, you were asking me. Yeah. So he'll come in next season and kind of fill, I would assume, Branson's role at kind of facilitating the offense.
Yeah, it's really interesting. When you start kind of looking at the future of this team, because with as talented as they are, and it feels like we've seen, the Cordricks and Bransons and Malachi's, Parkers, we've seen them for the last few years, but your entire starting lineup is seniors. Obviously, you have Theo, you have DJ. I'm forgetting another one. I know we have at least one other.
McCollum.
Yes, McCollum Rollison. But outside of that, I mean, it's going to be a lot of these JV and freshman players.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen that in the last few years, that big of a turnover where, like, all right, who's the next guy up?
Right.
Usually there is a younger starter.
Yeah, and it's funny because I feel like in each of the last few years, it may have felt that way at the time. But, you go back to even a year or two after you've graduated, it's like, wow, we lost all these guys from the state run, but then Justin Hare is taking a huge step up. Even though he's gone, Cordrick and Parker and Branson are all taking huge step up. So it's really kind of, I'm about to make an outlandish statement, but bear with me. But to an extent, it's kind of felt like the Alabama thing, where it's like, oh, well, they've lost everyone, but then before you know it, it's just a ton of great players waiting behind.
Yeah, it could be like that. I mean, that's pretty hard to compare somebody to the Knicks. Compare a high school basketball program.
I feel like I prefaced it.
Yeah, no, I do understand that
correctly, but
yeah, I understand what you're saying. That very well could be the case. That's just, man, that's bold. That is bold, Tyler.
It is. 48-48 here in the JV game. Again, I want to thank all of y'all for spending your Friday the 13th with us. If the freshman and JV games are any indicator, we're in for a great game here tonight.
Yeah, man, I'm hoping for a good game. I love a good close game.
And it is worth pointing out, I know I said it during the intro, but if you go back to the preseason picks by TABC, both of these teams are picked to be playoff teams. Obviously, Sulphur Springs was picked to defend their district title,
right,
and Paris was picked as the fourth, the last team to squeak in. But they are both predicted to be playoff teams, and as we've mentioned, this feels like a Mount Pleasant. Like, this is never not going to be a rivalry. If they get to play against each other, it's a rivalry.
Yeah, it's something about playing Paris that, because we haven't been in the same district as them for a while now, but it's still every time when we would play a non-district game against them, it just felt different. It felt more homegrown. Yeah, I think a lot of the players usually know a lot of the players on the opposing team, so I think that has a lot to do with it. And but yeah, and I think that's why it gets so loud in gyms like this. And it's almost like this gym was like made for it because it gets so loud so easily.
It literally, from a sound standpoint, now for two people trying to do a job that requires audio, it's not perfect. But if you were looking for just a loud, tough place to play, I mean, this is it. And you can't see it right now. We'll have it before the game starts. But those stands right behind that goal.
Oh yeah.
If you had a student section back there, it could get wild.
Yeah, it could definitely get wild. They're not utilizing that as I thought they would.
I think the Sulphur Springs fans thought it might be a problem and then just flocked over there before they could. I'm going to go down to the Corey cam so y'all can see the final 50 seconds of this game. So is Paris holding out for the final shot? Ooh, they're not going to get two.
Steal. What a steal by Harrington.
That was huge. Now they're going quick.
Big Alex, that's a big three.
Tyler, that's a big three! Big three! Now you have two timeouts. What a play!
Wow.
Ooh. What a game. Okay, so we're in the double bonus. We're in the double bonus right now. So they're going to get 2 free throws regardless. You trail by 1. 7.7 seconds left in this game. We've got the Sulphur Springs student section is standing up over here. They're chanting over there. And at the very least, we might get some free basketball here tonight.
And there you see our fans, the student section already riled up on the road.
The student section traveling for a JV game.
You could see the Corey cam kind of shaking a little bit. Another big free throw.
And that's the lead. Now, again, I think it's worth pointing out, you had 3 timeouts left.
Yeah.
You know, you're trailing by 1 when you're coming down the floor. It didn't feel, I probably would have went with a timeout there, but they didn't need it.
I kind of like it. This is why I think you just got a big steal and a big offensive rebound and put back. Now, obviously, they did hit that big 3, but I kind of like that. Wait, we just got a big steal. Let's
We're
see
the
what
ones
it
in
looks like.
control here.
Now, that pass was a very risky pass.
Yes, it was. We were very close to, you got the foul call down here, but it was very close to being a turnover.
Yeah, no, and shout out to Jackson, Logan Jackson that made the pass, but I would have made that pass. I probably would have called a timeout on the court.
I would have as well.
Just, if I wasn't supposed to just get chewed out and let's run a play.
Right. All right, 7.7 left. They're going to have to go the length of the floor. Paris still has 2 timeouts of their own, so they very well could just, as quickly as possible, get across half court. And then call a timeout. Well, I guess they've used the timeout.
Okay.
So now they'll be down to 1. 1 timeout left for Paris, 2 for Sulphur Springs. Again, do you think that's what they're going to do here? Do you think it's inbound, get it across half court, timeout, now we set up a play? Or do you think it's go?
Man, with this pair, here's the problem with that. I think most people would do that, but what they just did, they just got across court in 3 seconds and got that wide open 3 because he immediately just made a crossover. And he could have got an easy layup.
True.
But he just made the right pass there. So I kind of like this Paris team in transition, and I think that coach is going to go with there in a more transition feel. Obviously, it's not the overall, the true definition of a transition basket. But right now, so Sulphur Springs is pressing. So now you get a call. I think now, if they're manning up, you get a cross, call timeout. Oh, never mind. And we get another wide open
for the game.
And he gets
they call a foul. Wow.
That cannot happen.
Now, I'm very confused. By attempting this charge here at half court, you are now allowing a 5-on-4.
Even wide open.
And because of that, you know, you're playing help defense who gets to kick it out to 3. I think that's kind of why that shot was available.
It's wide open, yeah. And that's the same dude who just hit the tying thing, I believe. So
I believe it was, yeah.
Man, that was a weird. I wonder if that was a coach's decision.
Well, I would think so, surely.
But hey, can set a charge at court.
I would think so. That I don't know. What do you think?
I think that was a player decision. Because if that was a coach's decision, that's like I know they're going to dribble right there.
Well, I would have guessed during the timeout, he said, hey, we're coming out in this. They're probably going to give it right back to the inbounder, who's probably going to sprint up the floor if he's doing that. I don't know. I think that could go either way.
Yeah, right. See this first
Sulphur Springs up by 1.
All right.
Now, it's important to note, he's got 2 more.
Yeah,
he was shooting a 3.
Yeah. I think he's at least going to hit this next one.
Still very much a chance for free basketball here tonight. Corey, stop walking in front of the Corey cam.
All right, here we go.
He missed.
This is game, Tyler.
This is it. This is for the game. Now, I will say, I'm not feeling confidence from him, right?
For him, yeah, he looks defeated.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm calling game.
But maybe we're about to find out for the game. 0.9 on the clock. Sulphur Springs leads by 1. Grayson.
Dang.
The junior varsity Wildcats hold on for the win. That is huge. That is huge. What a game. What a game. Let's
Wow.
look at that student section. They're feeling it. We got some dancing going on. We
do, yeah.
We
Don't
got-
like that.
dancing in overalls. I love it. All right, Grayson. Finally, we're 8 minutes away from the main event. What we all came here for tonight. Thank all of y'all who've been hanging out with us so far. What are our thoughts? 8 minutes from tip-off. 10 minutes now from tip-off.
Well, I agree with you. I think that this game is going to be. I think it's going to carry over from last game and how strong, how good of a game that was, and how close it was. But yeah, I'm excited, dude. I think it's going to be a loud game. It's going to be energetic. As long as we bring the energy, and that's what my key of the game was going to be, was just response. Is how do you just come off 2 big losses? But you also get one of your key players back in Branson Lynn. How do you respond to these losses? How do you respond to these several losses within these last few weeks? I think that's a scary thing. I think that's going to say a lot about how district will go. Because if you respond well tonight with the win, and when there are times of adversity in terms of, whether it be whistle blowing, whether they go on a quick run, if you get your head down like that, I'm not feeling too great about the rest of the district.
Now, I will say it's worth pointing out, Tuesday night was the first time this team has lost back-to-back games all season long. They had not lost 2 in a row all year. Certainly they have not lost 3 in a row all year, but it was also the first time they had lost a game in which they scored 60 or more points. They were 13-0 up to that point in those games. That was the first time they lost when scoring 60 or more, but I still think, that sounds very simple. It sounds very basic, but I think that's the key. If you can score 60 or more points, I think you're going to win this game. I don't think that's even a hot take or anything.
I usually agree with you. Tonight, I just feel different about that.
Okay.
Because I think that.
So you're telling me there's a scenario in which Sulphur Springs loses 68-65?
I do.
Fair enough.
And this is why. I think that a lot of our points are coming from in the paint. A lot of Paris's points are also going to come in the paint. So I think the biggest key is if you're holding them under 50 points, if you hold them under 50 points, I think you win. I think we're going to score at least 50
So
tonight.
you're going the other way. Instead of worrying about the offensive side, how many points you could score, you're focusing on the defense.
You got to guard tonight. Slowly throughout the season, the points that we've allowed has slowly just start triggering up as we've gone through the more games we play. And usually it kind of goes the other way because your defense kind of gets locked in. But as of late, throughout tournament season, stuff like that, it's just gone up consistently. And I just think tonight you got to guard. You got to make a statement tonight to the rest of the teams in district and yourselves that, hey, we're going to shut down these people. We're not going to give you the paint. And we're just not going to let you score. And that's how you defeat teams.
Now, to that point, I'm going to add a key that I added in the Anna game. And it was unfortunate that I said it before the Anna game because, boy, did it prove to be true. But if that's the case, and I do agree with you, I think the key is finding a way to play tough physical defense without getting in foul trouble. This is a very good team, but unfortunately, it's not a very deep one. And especially the other night when you were missing Branson, when you're down a player already, once this team gets into foul trouble, it's really, really, really tough, especially if it is a Branson, if it is a Cordrick, if it is a Parker. This is a very strong group of 6 or 7 or 8 at a time. But again, once you start getting into foul trouble, it becomes really, really, really tough to make up for that.
Yeah, right. And because when one of them goes down, the lineups get very, very funky, right? And I'm hoping that, by district, Shaver, that's what the non-district games are for, is for the coach to be like, okay, this lineup works this at this time, and so on and so forth. So I think when certain lineups get funky, with certain players just don't really fit well together with certain other players, that's the issue. So hopefully, if one of them gets in foul trouble tonight, like you say, because they're going to be athletic, they're going to go hard. Your bench guys got to step up.
Yes.
DJ, McCollum, and Theo, they got to step up. 2, it's also on Shaver to figure out, okay, right now he's in foul trouble. He's going to have to give me a lot of minutes tonight. I can't play both of them at the same time, so I may have to do a lot of adjusting. That's okay as long as your guys also figure it out on the court.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, you mentioned lineups. You mentioned rotations. Real quick, we want to give y'all a look at tonight's starting lineup one more time. It is almost that time. We're a little under 5 minutes away for the district opener between your number 11 ranked Sulphur Springs Wildcats and then the Wildcats of Paris. I mentioned number 11 ranked Sulphur Springs. At one time it was 5, 6. They had gotten either the top 5. If you go off the Gasso ranking, it was 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah, that was
but
true.
I think maybe in the TABC, 8, 9, 10 may have been as high as that got. But, yeah, a little over 4 minutes away from the district opener. Man, I'm excited. This team has played 25 basketball games already, and I feel like, I don't know that there's any number that's a cutoff or anything, but after 25 games, if you don't have a good feel for your team, if you don't have a good feel for your rotations and kind of your identity as a team, I don't know when you are going to find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, man, and I do agree with you. That's my only worry. And I think that I've seen, as of late, we've seen some lineups that are kind of like weird to us, but I don't really think, I want to say, I worded it earlier like it was all on the coach. I don't think it's all on Shaver. I think it's a part of it is a result of this team just isn't very deep. You got 8 guys,
right.
And you got one true big. Because Theo's not a true big. Theo's more of a wing guy.
No, you literally have one center. If you're calling it a center, you have one center, and that is Corzo.
Yeah, I think that's part of it as well. And you really have one guy who runs the offense. Usually you have a guy on the bench that kind of can come in and kind of facilitate the offense. DJ and McCollum just aren't those type of guys.
Though I do like, especially like a DJ, I do like what he brings to an offense. He's a player who isn't going to shoot a ton, but he's very rarely going to turn the ball over, and he's very rarely is he turning the ball over.
Yeah, I think he may have the highest assist to turnover ratio. I believe it is 1.59, so that is the highest,
1.59,
which is
1.5. Yes, that's
crazy high.
It's very,
for
very
high school.
high.
And that's big to have off the bench. Like today.
And to put that into perspective, it's not like he's not even getting a ton of assists. So that means he's really not turning the ball over.
Yeah, that's really all that means. I mean, I'm pretty sure we don't have it in front of us, but I'm pretty sure he's averaging like 0.2 turnovers or something like it. It's something crazy wild.
Very low.
And I think that's another key is these bench guys. When you come in, you can't turn over the ball constantly. You got to be able to make the right decisions. And don't panic, especially on a team like this. McCollum has struggled with turning over the ball a lot this season, which he's gotten better. We were looking at like a 0.5 assist turnover ratio. He's gotten it up to 0.9, so he's almost at that 1 range.
Absolutely.
Which is very big, especially for a young guy like him. And Theo's has kind of gone down. He's at the 0.5 range. So
yes. Theo's has gone down a good bit. Now Colt Theophilidis has gone up, but I think, again, that was probably a result, not probably, it was a result of Branson, your lead ball handler, not being there. You know what I mean? I think getting him back cuts a lot of those things down.
Okay. Oh, you're saying Theophilidis went down, like to Because he
Sorry, negatively.
Okay, okay,
yes.
yeah. So,
yes.
yeah, because Theophilidis is at .38, which isn't good. But I do agree with you on the Branson being back because it kind of puts Theophilidis in a new role that he's not comfortable with. So I do agree with that. Same with Theo. So I think today, if you just don't panic and just stay calm and make the right decisions, you'll come out with a W.
Real quick, Grayson, we're about to get started with the national anthem and the starting lineups. Obviously, if you've never been with us before, if they do, not everyone does the national anthem, but if they do, Grayson and I will obviously step aside for a quick second. Then y'all are stuck with us for the rest of the night, and I want a prediction out of you before we tip off. So let's let them do that. I'll let you think about it for a second, and we're going to get a prediction from you.
All right, perfect.
And Wildcat basketball, welcome to Wildcat country. Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos. Gracias por venir aquí anoche. Thank you for coming out to support these fine young men and future leaders. You may never know what the presence here means to the young athlete you came to support. Your time is the most precious gift you can ever give to a child. This moment only comes once in a lifetime and will never return except as a memory. And do we have a memory for you tonight? It is a reason to Class 4A, District 15, old-fashioned shootout between the Wildcats from Sulphur Springs High School and the Wildcats from Paris High School. Introducing first, the Hopkins County Wildcats from Sulphur Springs. They are coached by Stephen Hardy, Jared Massenberg, Tyler Robertson, and head coach Brandon Shaver. The starting lineup for Sulphur Springs. Number 1, Cole Theophilidis. Branson Lynn, number 2. Number 5, Malachi Miles. Number 20, Parker Wiesenhunt. Rounding out the starting 5 for Sulphur Springs, number 23, Turner.
All right, Grayson, you've heard the starting lineup for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats tonight. I gave you a second to think about it. Let's hear it. Prediction time. Let's go.
All right, I got honest prediction or homer prediction.
Both. I want one of each.
Okay, I'm gonna
Just what's your
I'm gonna
prediction?
go homer prediction. I got Sulphur Springs 60-49.
I thought if they lost once or scored 60, they might not win. What
I
happened?
didn't say, but they kept them under 50.
No, you're right.
They did exactly what you wanted and exactly what
You're
I
right.
wanted.
I like it.
My honest prediction.
Yes.
I got Paris
Number 1,
56-51.
You're telling me the Sulphur Springs Wildcats are going to lose a third game in a row.
I don't want it to happen. I'm not saying I want it to happen. Don't get me wrong.
number 2,
I think it would be their first loss to an unranked team or to an unranked 4A team. They've lost to 5 and 6A
probably,
schools.
yeah, I believe that's correct.
I'm going to give you one prediction.
What do you got?
I don't have a homer prediction.
You have the honest.
I'm not from here, I guess. But,
Yeah, right.
no, my prediction is Sulphur Springs gets back into the win column tonight, and I think they actually do it fairly handily. You said a 12-point game. I'll go in that same range. Give me 65 to 52, something in that range.
That very well could happen. I will say I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. Last season
Let them know in the comments.
when we did it radio style, I don't know if you remember, but last season we played Mount Pleasant at home, and I predicted Mount Pleasant to win.
You did?
I was wrong, and I got flack for it.
Okay, we are doing the national anthem after all.
you saved us, and we will be eternally thankful. We are the land of the free because of the brave, and we will always remember that all gave some, but some Game on. Attention and salute. Face the colors and join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time again. Thank you so much for spending your Friday the 13th with us here on Front Porch News and Chad's Media. Again, get active in the comment section. But before we get started, very quickly, we're going to be telling you about a bunch of our friends throughout the course of the night. But I want to start with our friends at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is where everyone is the guest of honor, no matter your lifestyle or taste buds. Grilled, fried, or spicy, there is something for everybody. Again, stop by and see them. Or, of course, what's even more clutch, use the app. Catering and delivery is available to all of you. You can watch Sulphur Springs Wildcats basketball and get Chick-fil-A without even having to leave your couch.
Well, you know, I'm a health guy now. I work out a lot now, and I try not to eat fast food, but when I do,
Chick-fil-A.
it's the grilled chicken at Chick-fil-A.
That's
every time. I say it every broadcast, but it's legit.
For me, it's the spicy deluxe because I'm not eating healthy. But there we are. We're underway. Again, your starting lineup tonight: Malachi Miles, Branson Lynn, Cole Tifilides, Parker Wisenhunt, and Cordrick Turner. I'm not going to lie, they kicked it out to Branson over there in the corner. I thought he was going to get back.
It's a huge comeback.
Uh-huh. And Paris going fast. They're going to score here first tonight.
Oh, Malachi's bringing it up. Okay,
yeah,
I like
so he did it on the first play, and I didn't know if that was just a result of the tip or.
This is.
That's something you've been asking for. Malachi going to be the first one to score for the Wildcats. 2-2. Again, that's something that you asked for a lot of. Let's get Branson off ball to get some more three-point opportunities.
I like
and this is maybe the first time we've seen them press like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
coming on hot, all right.
Paris starting out, I think, 2 for 2 from the field tonight.
I want to say 56-51.
Oh, that was almost.
If I'm Cole, I got to drive that in the paint and try to take advantage of that 5-on-4 right there. It's like right here is when Sulphur Springs kind of lacks.
Okay, so you may have said it and I didn't hear it. What is Paris attacking them with? It looks like, is it a 2-1-2? Is it a what is it? Now you can't see it obviously. Kind of reverting back to a man here, but.
Yeah, we'll have to see it again because I was more focused on the offense because I was trying to figure out how we were using Branson.
Now, I will say, again, we were talking about teams watching film. Sulphur Springs has a new inbound play that they've been running lately where they inbound it to Cordrick down here, and it looked like Paris saw that. It looked like they were ready for it because they did it a bunch against Anna and they did it a bunch against Pinkston, and it was working. And then this first time here, they kind of sniff it out. So,
well, Paris is very well coached. You can tell they're always very prepared. And look, they're doubling with the ball side guy.
Malachi. Great assist there from Cordrick Turner. Malachi with the first 4 here tonight for Sulphur Springs. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, I was just saying they're usually the opposite guy, the opposite top guy goes to double the post. They're doing it from the ball side wing, and another bucket there for Paris.
They can't miss.
And here, it looks like they're just going man.
Yeah, okay. Helping
with
there,
some
good
drop
pass.
coverage.
There, Cordrick does get his on. Paris going quickly the other way. And there is the first foul of the night. It's going to be on Malachi Miles.
You gotta say, this offense, Sulphur Springs, the biggest issue all season is it's so stagnant. There's not really a system. And again, we're way too easy to guard right there.
Real quick, while we got a second, want to tell you about our friends at Essential Business Solutions. Your organization's network and IT problems can come out of nowhere. Let Essential Business Solutions do all the IT work for you. Managed IT services, disaster recovery, and backup solutions, new hardware and other IT services as needed. Give them a call at 903-335-7581. Essential Business Solutions. They make technology accessible.
Paris knocks down one of those.
Got a little activity in the chat finally. Shout out to Jeremy and Josh. And there's Cordrick. (8-6), and again, dude, Paris just really isn't missing right now.
No, they haven't missed a field goal yet. They're 100% right now, which Sulphur Springs. Yeah, this looks like it's about to be a high-scoring game. Nicole with a big steal there.
Ooh!
Wow, what a block.
It's not every day you see Parker get blocked. Good pass from Cole there. Wow! What a swat.
Now, I do think he missed the goaltending right there.
That was a goaltending.
But man, that was an athletic goaltending.
It was so athletic that I don't care that it should have been goaltending.
Right.
I'm just glad I got to see it.
All right, so he's the shooter, obviously.
Cordrick with the rebound. Chance to tie or take the lead for Sulphur Springs here. And you have to avoid those types of turnovers.
You got to use your body to seal them off. What a
That's tough. I will say turnovers are going to happen, especially from teams that are playing aggressive. But because that's the case, because they are going to happen, you've got to find a way to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, right. And real quick, Amatus, our friends at Amatus Healthcare. They specialize in after-surgery care or after hospitalization or a new diagnosis of chronic illness. They also offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapies, as well as medical, social work, and certified nurse aides. They provide local leadership and very involved in the community.
Shout out to our good friends over at Amatus. 9-6. Midway through the first. We got DJ checking in for the first time. Good backdoor pass. And there you go. Cordrick Turner already with a pair of assists, I believe. And then Malachi up to 6 points. He's got 6 of the 8. And then Cordrick, 2 assists. Parker, also a pair of assists. I think playing perfectly fine on offense, just got to find a way to get some stops.
Yeah, no, for sure. And,
like that, great
man,
backdoor
cut
pass.
Hard, man. That's a hard cut. And that's the thing, man. They're
and
going
shout out to the Corey Cam. We got the Corey Cam just flying all over the place here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I like the different view.
Pass.
Cordrick. That's a great spin, though. I like the spin, the drop step.
Yep.
Again, Cordrick been excellent so far this year. Already 11 double-doubles.
And a great, man, Parker, again, making phenomenal passes to the paint. Cordrick misses the first one. We mentioned that before the game of how much progression we've seen in Parker's playmaking abilities. And tonight is showing already. It's just him making the right passes. His teammates just got to finish them.
Better make it a 2-point game. 11-9, 3:15 left in the first. Let's go back to the Corey Cam. I like this look that he's got.
Yeah, that's nice. We do look like we're going to get some horns action. Oh, backdoor cut.
And there is a steal. Out to Theo.
Great pass for Wilkinson. Got to finish that.
I will say, Theo McKelvey, I really like what he's been doing lately. I feel like we've seen him grow throughout the course of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You see, he's looking to shoot it. Wow.
Good defense from Cordrick. And I think that's going to be a block even. Quick up the back. There we go. And there is the foul. Quick up-court pass is the word I was looking for. DJ going to go to the line for a pair of free throws real quick. I'm going to tell y'all, here in Sulphur Springs, we like to support our own people. If you're looking for a hometown guy to cover you on all your home, auto, and life insurance needs, Josh Boatman is the clear answer. With Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, nobody knows the people of Hopkins County and is happier to help them with their insurance needs than Josh. Give him a call at 903-348-1527 or email him at jboatman@txfb-ins.com to see how he can help you today. Having a hard time talking tonight, man.
You're excited on back.
I am.
That's what it is.
I missed you, dude. DJ ties it up 11-11 with a pair of free throws.
Wow, DJ going out to pressure half court and staying in front. Wow.
Oop.
And miss a little carry there. You got to box out.
Cordrick's already got a block and a steal now.
Got two steals. He tipped that one backdoor pass.
Oh, yeah,
remember?
yeah.
DJ recovered it.
Cordrick's filling the stat sheet number waves. Got a pair of assists as well.
Now this lineup.
Cordrick, Turner.
Called on the floor.
Wow. That's tough.
Oh, it's on Cordrick. Okay.
So an offensive foul. Now we got Malachi checking in for
Now
Parker.
wait, that was on Cordrick, correct?
I would have. I can't tell. I'm waiting for one of the refs to put up
It looks
a
like
number or
because
something.
they didn't count the bucket. They did count the bucket. Okay,
They
so it
did
is
count
on
the
Cordrick.
bucket. So that's 2 points for Cordrick
I'm very
or
confused.
for Parker.
That would be Cordrick. They
Okay.
gave the bucket to Cordrick on the scoreboard
Okay,
at least.
yeah. That's going to be a foul.
I got to be careful on that. I think Shaver's wanting to front those post guys now.
That does look like Branson's going to be checking back in here in just a second. While we've got a second, I want to tell you about our friends at Bulkley Trucking. Bulkley Trucking, based in Brashear, has earned a reputation as a highly reliable, timely, and professional carrier, and you could be the next member of the Bulkley team. At Bulkley, it's about family. They guarantee weekly pay as well as flexible hours. They also are very accommodating as they offer training programs and CDL testing on site. Give them a call at 903-582-2305 or visit bulkleytrucking.com. See how you can apply today. So Wildcats still in front, 13-12.
You see a little action. Looks like it's going to be a down screen for Branson. You got to get it quicker to him with DJ. See, this is the issue. We run out. That's not a good shot. I'm going to call it. Okay, here's the thing. You can't just sub them out because it takes a bad shot.
No, I agree.
So I think
agree.
that only does bad
Which
for
we
young
are
guys.
seeing much different rotations than we're used to because McCullough and Theo, who have already come in this game, are already back out.
Already
of
back
this game.
out, yeah. But it was both. Theo made the foul. He subbed them out.
Right.
I don't know. I don't agree with that. I know you
Which
don't either.
he had a turnover as well.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
and oh my God, did you see that?
I did. So this, I can't tell if this is going to be a high-scoring game or not because the buckets have been so weird this game.
Yeah. Real quick, Grayson will update us with some stats at the end of this first quarter.
Oh, you got to shoot
you
that
gotta
for
shoot
DJ.
that. Yeah.
That's a big one in the quarter.
Got to get back. 6 seconds on the clock. Still got time for something. And
They're being careless
if
with it. You
I'm
gotta
Branson, I prefer a little bit of hero ball there.
Yeah,
Let me
take the
dribble
shot.
between my legs, back this way, pull up, 3.
Yeah, get on the board for, I don't mind that hero ball last 3 seconds.
No, for
if
sure.
you can shoot, if you're that good of a shooter.
Because, even if Cordrick catches the ball there, he is now, with 2.5 seconds,
Yeah.
have to find a way with his back to the basket. Of course, it's worked out with the inbound. See that inbound play I was telling you about.
Great spin move.
You notice they've ran that same.
Yeah.
But it looked like both times Paris kind of was expecting it. I don't know.
That was a tough pass.
Anyway,
from Barker, so.
into the first quarter, your Wildcats, I say your Wildcats, depending on where you're from, the Sulphur Springs Wildcats trail 16-13.
Real quick, before we get to stats, I'm going to tell you about Alliance Bank, which is the bank that I use.
Me too.
I think it's the best bank in Hopkins County.
It is, in my opinion, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, but Alliance Bank, here at Chad's Media, we know the love and support that Alliance Bank has for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. So we encourage you to stop by and see them on the square or use one of their many convenient drive-through services. You'll be in and out, I guarantee it. You can also visit alliancebank.com for all your financial and banking needs, or give them a call at 903-885-2187.
Absolutely. Real quick, Grayson, why don't you do an amazing job. I gotta give it to you because I try in your absence. I'm not near as good. You do an amazing job at keeping up with the stats. So before we resume action, hit us with them.
So right now, the Sulphur Springs has only got 2 turnovers. As weird as this game has been, there's been a lot of tip passes, but there's only been 2 turnovers. But there's been some bad shots. Cordrick, he's got 5 points. They're trying to get it to him and get him going, but Paris is doing a phenomenal job at shutting that down. Malachi starting out hot again, having 6 points, and DJ is also on the board. Those are only 3 that's on the board so far, which I'm missing somebody, but I'll figure it out later.
Is it the weird call that we wasn't sure about?
I got that one.
People letting us know in the chat they're digging the Corey cam.
That's right. That's 13.
I'm also digging the Corey cam here tonight.
Yeah, the Corey cam is incredible. Again, that high-low, he might not have been up enough, but it looks like it's there. Cordrick for 3.
Let's go.
Hey.
Now, I was just about to point out, Cordrick has been shooting more and more threes.
He has.
In the Pinkston game, he was 2 for 2 from behind the three-point line. And something I'll talk about a lot with Corey, whether he's making them or not, I like when he attempts them because I think now you have to guard that.
Yeah, exactly. You got to guard that. And I was about to say, if you can't get it going down low, you got to get creative and find another way to get it going. And that's the perfect way to get it going, so you can spread the floor out more. If I'm still Paris, though, I'm okay with him taking that shot because you haven't seen it that much this season.
Do you force him to shoot it again, see if it was a fluke?
Yeah, but
you and I know
you
it's
still
not a
put
fluke,
a hand up. You still, but you give him the bait for sure.
Malachi's already up to 8. Now, maybe I'm reading into it wrong, but if you saw there, Parker kind of got tripped up. I think Malachi was wanting to give it maybe or give it to Parker, but and another steal. But Paris able to steal it back. Some fast-paced basketball here tonight. I think this is a moment. Yes, if I'm Sulphur Springs, all right, let's slow down.
Yeah, right.
Let's slow down, run something.
We do get a little play.
Tried the cross-court pass, but Branson,
I like it.
Branson led.
That man is back.
Guess who's back? So now, kind of in a 2-3, it's looking like.
And we are, I think, no, it is man.
Maybe
it
still
is
a man.
It's just, it is a 2-3.
Yeah, it is.
It was kind of disguised.
And kind of trapping here. Oh, did he not? Okay.
They're kind of.
Good pass. Good pass. Parker, let's go. With the assist to DJ. That's going to be a timeout from Paris. Sulphur Springs crowd loving it. Wildcats take their biggest lead of the night, 23-16. Real quick, want to tell you about our friends at J. Hodge Chevrolet. The most awarded vehicles at the most awarded dealership. A Mark of Excellence Award winner, J. Hodge Chevrolet has also won awards for Best Automotive Dealership and Best Auto Repair Shop. They're such big supporters of the Sulphur Springs Wildcats that they're even located on Wildcat Way. Find new roads at J. Hodge Chevrolet. Give them a call at 903-307-2077. Don't overpay. Go see Jay. Also want to thank all of you for hanging out with us on the live stream. Some other people that you can catch a live stream of this weekend. It's our friends over at the Way Bible Church. They want to welcome you home on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. or 10:45. The live stream I was telling you about, you can catch that at 10:45 at twbcss.com, Facebook, or YouTube. Come find a place to belong at the Way Bible Church. Grayson, I don't know if you know this, but they had their grand opening, I believe, last weekend. Yeah.
Beautiful new building. I haven't been able to see it yet, but the pictures look incredible.
Got to point out, this game was tied 16-16.
Yeah. We got our defense has really picked it up here. We've started playing with more intensity.
I'm curious how long we stay in this 2-3, if you're going to mix it up, if you're going to add any wrinkles to it, or if you're just going to, I mean, it's working right now, so obviously, well.
I think now they'll switch it up. Now they'll switch it up, I think. I think because once they see a wrinkle, you got to switch it up. You can go back to it pretty soon, but.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I don't mind the shot.
I like taking it. Colty leads with the offensive rebound. Paris said not today. Ooh, good little pump fake there. Parker with the block. It's going to be Paris ball. We've seen a handful of blocks here tonight already, huh? A couple.
We've seen a couple on our end.
We've seen some big ones.
At least three over there. I would say probably 4, maybe.
We have our candidate for block of the year, I think. Midway through the second quarter.
Yeah,
Sulphur Springs leading 23-18.
That was a solid high school goal too. Again, like you said, it was so good though.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not even mad at it.
Good hands by Branson Lynn. Okay, so we've run this action a couple times.
Good pass.
That's not, now we'll say we got the foul there. And Kordrick was able to seal him on the inside where he had that rim. But Paris also has that backside guy. So Shaver and the guys got to realize that that's not going to be there all the time.
I thought that was good. Now, I will say, I really like that inbound play. You were going to Kordrick each time. Instead, because they're ready for it, now there's an open Branson out there, and I'm going to think more often than not he knocks that one down.
Yeah, for sure.
3:52, man. These games always go by so fast.
Yeah, again, this game, it looks like it's going to be high scoring, and then it doesn't, and then it looks like it's going to be, and then it's not. This has been a very weird game.
Branson.
Wide open.
Almost. Keep shooting, big man. Keep shooting. Yeah. Especially your first game back after a few games.
Yeah, if you're shooting 65% from 3 last 5 games at a high volume, I think it's at least 8 a game.
6 or 7. 6 or 7, yeah.
I mean, you got to keep shooting.
Good steal there from Malachi. Parker trying to lead the way. Malachi gets the offensive rebound. He dunks it in. Malachi. I've been asking when we're going to see the Malachi dunk. He told me it's on the way. He said in district opener.
Really? Did he say that?
No, I promise. Go back. I think he said it on air.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I will say, though, Parker, I don't like that dunk from Parker.
I do.
I think with 3 defenders there, another turnover from Paris.
I I do like it, honestly.
I just think they're
If he
go up
throws,
strong.
if he throws it down, that student section over there erupts.
That's true too. That's true. Maybe I do like it.
25-18, 2:40 left in the first half. Y'all stick with us during the halftime show. Going to make sure we get to hear from some of our sponsors, and then Grayson and I will be back. Ooh.
Don't like that call at all.
Nah. I don't.
Yeah, that was definitely on Sulphur Springs. I think it should be going the other way.
I think I would also be complaining about that one. Inbound directly into Cordial. Oh, you got Cole over there. I don't think that's on Cole. I mean, obviously, just because you caught it doesn't mean you have to catch it, but I think Branson has to get it there sooner.
Yeah. Big and well for Paris. That's a big bucket for Paris. I think who they're going to call on. They're going to give us a Parker.
Real quick, want to thank everyone, whether you're from Sulphur Springs or Paris, either way, for joining us tonight. I want to tell you about our friends over in Emory at Hooten's Hardware. Hooten's Hardware in Emory features brands you know and love, such as Cub Cadet, Echo, Milwaukee, Skag Power Equipment, Steel, and much more. Hooten's Hardware, they're more than just nuts and bolts. You can visit Hooten's on East Linden Drive in Emory. Call Hooten's today at 903-473-8788 or visit their website, hootensteel.com. Just like that, back down to a 4-point game. Sulphur Springs, biggest lead of the night was 7.
DJ with the, got to hit that for DJ.
Let's go quickly. Oh, spin.
It's a charge, great charge.
It is a charge, and that is a great charge from Paris.
Is Cordial's first?
Yes, just the first. Parker's got 2.
Right.
You know, that being the case, if Parker has 2 already, there's only 1:40 left in this half. If there's another dead ball, do you get him out for the final minute?
Yeah.
I think so as well.
Yes.
I don't want to risk it. Again, I'm not going to go out of my way to pull him, but if the ball does stop, like now, there's 1:30
right now,
left.
you're saying they should take him out now.
I think
I do.
He's already got
agree
2 fouls on him. There's no sense in risking that third one.
Yeah, and you're up 4. Like, they're not going to score 10 points real quick.
I wouldn't think so.
But maybe he's not. I think they've had trouble being aware of foul trouble some games this season.
Well, I mean, it is tough. I mean, it's easy for me and you to stand here and watch it while we're talking about the game. It is tough to always be aware of that. See if that goes differently. But it doesn't go differently, so it doesn't matter. Parker with the and one, or at least the and one opportunity. Again, Parker been excellent as of late. The other night, he was great. 19 points, 9 boards, 2 steals, 2 blocks against Dallas Pinkston. So far here tonight, he's already got 4, 2 boards, 3 assists. Chance to make it 5. And a chance to push the lead back to 7. No good. But Kordrick with the rebound.
Kordrick's had so many almost rebounds today. It's insane. He's only got 2 tonight, which is very, very low for him. Oh, great pump. Wow. He's won that.
I may or may not have wanted the step back 3 to go in just because it was very pretty.
Man, that was beautiful.
It was.
We did so good at baiting Kordrick that he was going in, then bringing it. Oh, man, that was beautiful. I wish we knew his name.
Final minute of the half again. Don't go anywhere. We're going to make sure as soon as halftime starts, you get to hear from all of our sponsors, and then Grace and I will be back. You'll be stuck with us for the remainder of the night. All right, 37-5. Do you hold out for the final shot or not necessarily?
Well, that's what they were doing. But DJ had and that Paris caught on to that, so DJ cut. If you're Branson, you got to fake that and hit that cut and get that basket.
I've noticed sometimes we've seen this team try to hold out for the final shot, and they end up turning the ball over. It not work.
Listen, man, if you got over 40 seconds, go for a bucket.
I think so, too. I mean, you could have theoretically maybe even gone for a 2-for-1.
Yeah, right.
I love that if he pulls up.
And he pulls up again, okay.
Still, I like Kordrick taking those shots.
Yeah, but I think if you're going to hold it that long, I think you get a better shot than that.
I understand.
So, but I do like that he's shooting. I do like it.
10 seconds left in the half. Chance to make it a one-score game before the half. A bit of a...
Oh, wow. That's not what I was expecting. He goes up. Oh, that's why you take him out,
That
Tyler.
is why you take him out. Now he's got 3 fouls. Which isn't the end of the world by any means.
See, they did call it. Yeah, they did. I was just making sure they did call it on Parker Whisenhunt. And it really, that's the assistant coaching and the bench's job to be like, all right, hey, coach, he's got 3. Coach, he's got 2.
No
I'm going to assume that's a rare miss.
Think so?
By his reaction and
Fair.
by his confidence in shooting the 3 ball.
Fair. Final shot of the half. Again, still a chance to make it a one-score game. And he does.
And I did tell you I was going to get flack for my 56-51 call. I already have. The game's not even over yet. But
that'll do it for the end of the first half. Sulphur Springs leads 27-24. Again, don't go anywhere. We've got a good halftime show for you coming up. Real quick, Grayson, we're going to get to the ads in just 1 second, but can you tell us what does Sulphur Springs need to continue to do to hold on to this lead in the second half?
Well, there's moments where we really guard well, but then we just stop. Then our pair starts cutting hard. We're not worrying about people cutting, so we got to stay active on defense at all times. Offensively, fake passes to make passes. You're throwing right in. They're reading your eyes. Look elsewhere. You gotta fake passes to make passes if you're not wanting to tip them to get tips and get deflections and get steals, so you can get into your offense more efficiently.
I totally agree. 27-24, Sulphur Springs leads. Don't go anywhere. We're going to hear from our sponsors, and we will be right. Let me tell you about our new friends over at Essential Business Solutions. Your organization's network and IT problems can come out of nowhere. Let Essential Business Solutions do all the IT work for you. For managed IT services, disaster recovery, and backup solutions, new hardware and other IT services is needed. Give them a call at 903-335-7581. Essential Business Solutions, they make technology accessible. Here in Sulphur Springs, we like to support our own people. If you're looking for a hometown guy to cover you on all your home, auto, and life insurance needs, Josh Boatman is the clear answer. With Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, nobody knows the people of Hopkins County and their insurance needs better than Josh. Give Josh a call at 903-348-1527 or email him at jboatman@txfb-ins.com to see how he can help you today. The Way Bible Church wants to welcome you home on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. or 10:45. You can also catch our live stream at 10:45 at twbcss.com, Facebook, or YouTube. Come find a place to belong at The Way Bible Church.
D&B Loans is your hometown loan specialist and tax preparer. Located on Gilmer Street, D&B Loans is family-owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. They offer personal loans of anywhere from $100 to $3,000. They also offer in-house financing on high-quality furniture and appliances, from sofas to bedroom sets, mattress sets, and more. They also offer tax prep and utility bill pay. J. Hodge Chevrolet, the most awarded vehicles at the most awarded dealership. A Mark of Excellence Award winner, J. Hodge Chevrolet has also won awards for Best Automotive Dealership and Best Auto Repair Shop. They're such big supporters of the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, they're even located on Wildcat Way. Find new roads to J. Hodge Chevrolet. Give them a call at 903-307-2077. Don't overpay, go CJ. Hooten's Hardware in Emory features brands you know and love, such as Cub Cadet, Echo, Milwaukee, Skag Power Equipment, Steel, and much more. Hooten's Hardware, they're more than just nuts and bolts. You can visit Hooten's on East Lennon Drive in Emory. Call Hooten's today at 903-473-8788 or visit their website, hootensteel.com. Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs is dedicated to helping you find the perfect manufactured or modular home for your family. Whether you're still researching or ready to find your dream home today, our team is committed to answering any questions you might have. Visit claytonofsulphursprings.com or give them a call at 903-438-0820 to see how they can make your family's dreams come true.
Here at Chad's Media, we know the love and support that Alliance Bank has for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Stop by and see them on the square or use one of their many convenient drive-through services. You can also visit alliancebank.com for all your financial and banking needs, or give them a call at 903-885-2157. Let me tell you about our new friends at Vinks Pest Control. Locally owned and operated, they are the go-to source for effective pest control. Give them a call for any of your pest control needs, residential or commercial. They also offer a 100% guarantee. If you're still seeing pests after treatment, they will come back at no cost. You can visit their website, vinkspestcontrol.com, or give them a call at 972-855-8469 to get a free quote today. Vinks Pest Control, experts who care. Bulkley Trucking, based in Brashear, has earned a reputation as a highly reliable, timely, and professional carrier, and you could be the next member of the Bulkley team. At Bulkley, it's about family. They guarantee weekly pay as well as flexible hours. They also are very accommodating as they offer training programs and CDL testing on site. Give them a call at 903-582-2305 or visit bulkleytrucking.com to see how you can apply today. Donnie's Heat and Air Conditioning Service is locally owned and operated with over 25 years of experience and looks forward to serving you. Call 903-307-9786 for same-day service or visit them on East Shannon Road. Donnie's Heat and Air for all your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning needs. Let me tell you about our good friends over at Area Wide Paving. With over 20 years of asphalt paving experience, Area Wide Paving has become a trusted asphalt paving contractor and company in Northeast Texas. Owner Paul Pogue is on site to supervise all projects, ensuring complete satisfaction as well as his company's reputation. Give them a call at 903-885-6388 to see how you can choose a locally owned business for all your asphalt paving needs.
Let me tell you about our friends Marcy Gamble and Micah Clark over at Amatus Healthcare, both of which have over a decade of experience. Amatus specializes in after-surgery care or after hospitalization or a new diagnosis of chronic illness. They also offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapies, as well as medical social work and certified nurse aides. They provide local leadership and are involved in the community. Stop by and see Amatus Healthcare today. Jones Custom Structures offers a number of custom structures specific to any of your needs. They offer storage buildings, cabins, carports, shops, metal homes, steel building kits, as well as dirt and concrete work, offices, greenhouses, barn dominiums, covered areas, and barns. Give them a call at 903-440-3680 or email jonesfirewood@yahoo.com to see how they can meet any of your building needs.
Chick-fil-A is where everyone is the guest of honor, no matter your lifestyle or taste buds. Grilled, fried, or spicy, there is something for everyone. Delivering and catering available for all those hungry cats. Order in-store or on the Chick-fil-A app. We look forward to seeing you soon. Go Wildcats. Katie Adair with Janet Martin Realty is your hometown realtor. Getting into the real estate market can be overwhelming and intimidating. Who better to go with than the best hometown realtor who knows the people of Hopkins County and their real estate needs? Katie was born and raised here in Hopkins County, and she even taught at SSISD for 6 years. Nobody works harder and is happier to help the people of Hopkins County than Katie Adair. Give her a call at 903-243-2304 or email her at katie@janetmartinrealty.com. That is Katie, K-A-T-I, to see how she can put you in a new home today. And we are back, almost ready for the second half. I stole Grayson's headset on accident. Anyway, Grayson, we've got 2 minutes before the second half. Sulphur Springs leading 27-24. I like a lot of what we've seen. I really, really wish they would have pulled Parker right before. Like I said, with about a minute and a half left, he's already got 2 fouls. He ends up getting his 3rd foul with 0.7 seconds left. Really would have loved to avoid that. Now it's on Parker to make sure he stays out of foul trouble for the rest of the game.
Yeah, man, that hurt. Especially, man, you can tell that Paris they're about to start trying to take charges.
I think so.
Because they already got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and they made the right decision not to do it. They still fouled him, but yeah, that one hurt. Because man, if you lose Parker, I mean, we talked about it earlier. You use one of those guys, the lineups just get kind of weird sometimes. So.
Real quick, while we have a second, I want to thank every single one of y'all for choosing to spend your Friday the 13th with us. We've been asking what all we've got coming up soon, so let's go ahead and look at some of that. Next week's schedule, Tuesday night, we'll be with the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats. Grayson and I love watching the Lady Cats play. They've been great here lately. Very, 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 very good. They'll be going up against Liberty Ilo. And then this time next week, we'll be back with the Wildcats going up against North Lamar. They will hopefully be trying to go 3-0 in district play at that point. But you got to find a way to win this one first.
Yeah, no,
you can't win all of them if you don't win the first one.
Yeah, and we had that little run there, but then we just stopped playing defense.
Yeah, I want to point out it was 16-16 early in that second quarter. Before you know it, Sulphur Springs gets up 23-16, 25-18, but then Paris makes a little run of their own, and now we're back at a 3-point game. About ready to get this second half started again. I want to thank every single one of y'all for choosing to spend your Friday the 13th with us. Before we get started, I want to tell you about our friends at D&B Loans, your hometown loan specialist and tax preparer, located on Gilmer Street. D&B Loans is family-owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. They offer personal loans of anywhere from $100 to $3,000. They also offer in-house financing on high-quality furniture and appliances, from sofas to bedroom sets, mattress sets, you name it. They also offer tax prep and utility bill pay.
And real quick before we get started here, Clayton Homes. They're dedicated to you to help you find the perfect manufacturer modular home for your family. Whether you're still researching or ready to find your dream home, today our team is committed to answering any questions you might have. Visit ClaytonandSulphurSprings.com or give them a call at 903-438-0820.
Cordrick getting the second half started with a hook. He's already up to 10. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to get the double-double tonight. He's just got 10 and 2, but.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get a double-double, but man, if you're finding ways to get buckets when the team's really keyed in on you, that's a good sign.
Again, people seem to be loving this new Corey cam. I'm loving the Corey cam here tonight. Usually it's down on the floor and it's roaming around, but he's got a great angle over there.
Still
Parker! Parker! Let's go!
That's your dunk.
Let's go! We mentioned earlier in the night, he brings something to this team that is unique to only him. Nobody else can bring that.
Yeah, no, especially not on this team they can. Yeah, he's just crazy athletic.
And a great answer back from Paris there. Paris playing pretty aggressively here on defense. Parker, if they go sag, I mean, come on, bud.
I like the patience here, though.
No, I do as well. Just there seemed to be some separation there. You just threw down this huge dunk. Let's see.
Wow, great. I love that by Paris, though.
Ooh, and they kept it in. There you go. Dunk up their own.
Wow,
Let's go.
I love that by Paris of not just hard hedging, trapping off that ball screen, because it shocked them. They haven't seen it all game. And to see it out of the half, I mean, that's why Branson never makes those type of turnovers. And Branson for three, pissed off.
Tiflides with offensive board. I've got to give him a ton of credit. Cole Tiflides has been getting tons and tons and tons of rebounds. In the Anna game, he had a season-high 12 rebounds.
Yeah, man.
Got a few offensive rebounds in the Pinkston game as well, and then there's a putback for him tonight, I believe. Is that his first score of the night?
That is his first score. It's his second offensive rebound. Sulphur Springs still in a zone, which again, if Paris can handle these passes, like they're getting these cuts. I don't really like this zone. I think they're getting. That was good awareness by Malachi, but man, they're getting a lot of like open cuts in the paint. And if it gets in the paint on his own, I mean, you're done.
Dude, real quick, big shout out to Rusty Hard for letting us know. Dallas Pinkston, Dallas Carter, 27-26 at the half. It's a game.
Yeah, and both of those teams are very good.
And very well, if you make it as deep into the playoffs as you would like to, you're going to run into one of those teams at some point.
Absolutely.
33-28, 5:18 left in the third.
So we're back in man here. I just trust this man a lot more, especially as stagnant as Paris has been. I think it's going to work way more here.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a big three for Paris. That's a 2-point game.
It's a 2-point game, yeah.
And Cordrick, that was a good contest. That was just a great shot by 11 for Paris.
Going to work, big fella.
Wow,
Good
good
pass.
pass by Cordrick.
Good pass, Cordrick. Again, we've talked about that a ton, and that was something we saw a ton from him last year as a junior, but he's an excellent low post passer. Think Boris Diaw, like on that level.
Yeah, Diaw, Duncan, any of those Spurs bigs, really. Like that's what it's like. That's Paris's issue today is they're getting a lot of like pretty good looks. They're just making bad passes.
Right.
It's not even that we're really stealing any. It's just either too low, they're way too wide.
Yeah, the turnover battle is definitely in Sulphur Springs' favor, I would think. But not because you're even necessarily forcing a ton, but still got him in the corner over there.
Oh, I love it by
Malachi Miles.
14 on the night.
Up to 14 already. That ties his season high. He had that in Anna, and looks like he might be trying to set 2 different season highs in the course of 3 games. Oh, I thought he was going to pull up.
Wow.
He said, forget pulling up. I'm throwing down. I guess we're just having a dunk contest tonight. I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, that was.
If I'd have known, I'd have brought my scoring cards. We need numbers up here.
I mean, and that was a long 2 steps and everything.
Colty Felides from 3. For 3!
I like it.
Cole's up to 5 now. And Sulphur Springs back with a 7-point lead. That's the highest, or tied for the highest it's been tonight.
So they are back in man. I think I prefer this again because Paris is kind of stagnant on offense right now in terms of they're not really running anything.
Oh!
But they're hitting shots.
This game is I'll match your 3 with a 3, I'll match your dunk with a dunk.
I don't think we're going to see a blowout.
No.
Like my bias, my home.
No, I don't think so.
Homer prediction and your real prediction was.
I got to point out, we have yet to see the foul in this quarter. There you go.
Oh, that was out of bounds. They didn't call a foul.
We still haven't seen a foul in this quarter. 5.5 minutes of action in the second half. No fouls called yet.
They say here, Sulphur Springs, not one sub.
True.
Which honestly,
there haven't been any times.
yeah, man. The ball's been in the. Oh, I love the play though.
I like the idea of it. I would like to see them try it again at some point.
Oh man, that would have been.
He almost made it a 1-point game.
Yeah, that was a pretty crucial 3. Theo McKelvey checks back in. We haven't seen him in a while now. And
there he is, and DJ. Speaking of DJ, want to talk about our good friends over at Area Wide Paving. With over 20 years of asphalt paving experience, Area Wide Paving has become a trusted asphalt paving contractor and company in Northeast Texas. Owner Paul Pogue is on site to supervise all projects, ensuring complete satisfaction as well as his company's reputation. Area Wide Paving is no stranger to the people of Sulphur Springs, as owners Paul and Stephanie are the parents of Wildcat basketball alum Boo Wilkerson, as well as, like I just mentioned, junior guard DJ Wilkerson. Give them a call at 903-885-6388 to see how you could choose a locally owned business for all your asphalt paving needs.
And just like Paul, I'll tell you about Donnie and Donnie's Heat and Air Conditioning.
Let's hear about Donnie's Heat and Air.
Donnie's Heat and Air Conditioning Service is locally owned and operated with over 25 years of experience and looks forward to serving you. You can call them at 903-307-9786 for same-day service or visit them on East Shannon Road in Sulphur Springs. Donnie Heat and Air for all your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning needs.
Yeah, it's about that time of the year. We spent all the football season being like, man, it's so hot. We need to call Donnie's Heat and Air. Now it's getting so cold.
Yeah,
we need to call Donnie's Heat and Air. Sulphur Springs leads 40-36, 2:15 left in the third.
Oh,
and there is those unforced turnovers we were talking about. Ooh, I thought he was about to pull up.
yeah.
It's a different era of high school basketball where we're pulling up for 3 in transition. The offensive board. Boom!
Oh, another 3. He's hot. If you're Parker, though, you got to stay down on that, especially on the guy you haven't really seen shoot. You still put a hand up, but don't jump out of the gym.
Grayson, it was 40-33. It's now 40-39.
And another steal.
Wow. Chance to take the lead.
And here comes a dunk. Oh, it's a big dunk. That's a timeout. And that is Shaver is calling a full timeout.
I cannot wait to see what Corey does with the highlight reel from this game.
Man.
I don't know that we've ever seen this many dunks in a game before.
Yeah, this dude is electrifying. That's number 10 for Paris, that is.
Just like that, Paris Wildcats back in the lead, 41-40. Grace, I want to tell you about our friends over at Vinks Pest Control. Locally owned and operated, they are the go-to source for effective pest control. Give them a call for any of your pest control needs, residential or commercial. I don't know if I've told you this before. They also offer a 100% guarantee. If you're still seeing pests after treatment, they will come back at no cost to you. You can visit their website, vinkspestcontrol.com, or give them a call at 972-855-8469 to get a free quote today. Vinks Pest Control, experts who care.
And also, Tyler, to add on to that, I'm going to tell you about Jones Custom Structures. They offer a number of custom structures specific to any of your needs: storage buildings, cabins, carports, shops, metal homes, steel building kits, as well as dirt and concrete work, offices, greenhouses, barndominiums, covered areas, and barns. What do they not have, Tyler? Call them at 903-440-3680 or email jonesfirewood@yahoo.com to see how they can meet any of your building
don't
needs.
forget, winter is here. They have you covered on all your firewood needs as well. We were talking about with how cold it is, you need to call Donnie's Heat and Air. If you need any firewood at all, again, that email is jonesfirewood@yahoo.com. Another turnover. Wow.
And they do come up with
Malachi gets it back. Okay. Malachi having himself a night.
It is his second
If you had to name a Slaughter's Barbecue player of the game so far.
Yeah, definitely leaning towards Malachi so far.
I'm not sure we can go to Malachi.
Parker, I like the attack, though.
Ooh.
Malachi battling.
Dude, Paris gets bored, so they go quick.
They kick back out. Great idea
I like
by Paris.
that. Yes. If the shot's not there, don't force it.
You're good.
Let's
you got the lead.
Very heads-up play.
And you 50 seconds left. Be patient.
Do you hold out
and they're
for the final shot?
They look like...
Oh!
A foul.
Is that going to be on Cordrick?
It's going to be a foul on Wilkerson. It says he pushed him.
Oh, okay. It's just the first on DJ.
There may have been a light push. I didn't really see anything, but
that
may have been a light push.
Is the first foul of this entire half.
Yeah, wow.
With 39.4 seconds left in the quarter. First foul of the half. 35 seconds again. Right. Paris can hold out for the final shot. If
Looks like they are going to hold out now.
I have a 1-point lead right now. The momentum's definitely my way, unless something just comes to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And there it is.
Good double
I like
there.
that. Get to the paint and then figure it out. And that's not a bad shot.
Cordrick with the board.
I think you could have got farther.
Now you've got 16 seconds. Don't. Okay. Now, again, I think this is this kind of moment. There's 13 seconds left in the quarter. I might pull Parker to avoid. Now, granted, he's inbounding.
He is inbounding. That does help.
Probably not going to draw a foul while you're inbounding.
I say keep him in. I think try to get up.
And again,
that's 4
they're
straight
running
turnovers, Tyler.
Well, they're running that same play every single inbound underneath the goal, and Paris has had it sniffed out every single time. Wow.
Big bucket for Paris to end the quarter.
Paris has all the momentum in the world right now. They were down by 7 about midway through this quarter, and now they lead 43-40. Grayson, we're going to talk about everything we hope to see in the fourth quarter, but first, I've got to tell you about our friend Katie Adair with Janet Martin Realty. Katie Adair is your hometown realtor. Get into the real estate market can be overwhelming and intimidating, so who better to go with than the best hometown realtor who knows the people of Hopkins County and their real estate needs. Katie was born and raised right here in Hopkins County and even taught at SSISD for 6 years. Nobody works harder and is happier to help the people of Hopkins County than Katie Adair. Give her a call at 903-243-2304 or email her at katie@jadamartinrealty.com. That is Katie, K-A-T-I, to see how she could put you in a new home today. All right, Grayson, 8 minutes left. Sulphur Springs, like I said, had a 7-point lead. It looked like they were going to kind of start to run away with this thing, but before you know it, Paris, all the momentum in the world right now, and they lead at home in the district opener going into the final frame.
Yeah, this is a tough place to be, especially, I mean, they're, I think, out of those last 5 possessions.
Y'all are lucky we've got these new headsets. If we still had the old mics, y'all wouldn't be able to hear us.
Oh, no way. This place
very
is getting
loud.
This is a scary place to be, going into the fourth quarter down 3 here in Paris. It's tough. You got to hold on to the ball through Sulphur Springs. You go from 4 turnovers to 9 in a minute, in like a minute or two. So you got to be better if you're Sulphur Springs.
All right, let's do it. 8 minutes left to play. Paris leading 43-40. Again, each team only committed 1 foul that quarter, so you know no one's going to be in the bonus anytime soon.
Yeah, that's great for us. Good hands by Branson Lynn there.
Rusty Hard made a good point in our comment saying he's old school and you hold for the last shot of quarters. I agree.
I do agree. I just think if there's 50 seconds, you go score.
That's fair.
If you're up by like 6
and
or so like that.
It's a case-by-case. It's
yeah,
situational.
But like that, Paris, you got the momentum. You're up 1. You haven't had a lead all game. Then I think it's like, all right, let's try to hold the case. DJ for 3.
Go, DJ! That's my DJ. Tie ball game.
Gives Branson his second assist, and they are still in man. They're switching everything, it looks like.
DJ up to 5 points now.
There's a guy, that Paris had a guy cut, and they got to communicate for Sulphur Springs. Good pump.
I said I didn't know if Korchak was going to get the double-double, and he's racking up those boards quick. Parker, let's go! And the contact.
It gives him 8 for the night. I guess number 5 must cut an elbow.
An efficient 8 points at that. 4 of 8 from the field. Shooting 50%. Talk about efficiency. Malachi currently has tied for a season high at 14. 7 of 10 from the field. Chance to make it a 3-point game here. He did miss each of his first 2. Malachi with the offensive rebound. He gets it to go. Parker knew what he was doing. He said, I'm not worried about the free throw. I don't want a 3-point play. I want a 4-point play. And just like that, Malachi Miles has a new season high.
That's actually
16
tied,
points.
Tyler.
Oh, is it really?
I did just check. That is tied a season high right there with 16. At 8 for 11. Sulphur Springs as a whole is shooting over 50% from the field, too. So usually games like that, you're winning.
You know, it really feels like the momentum is starting to creep back onto your side. You were down by 3. Now you're up 4. That's a quick 7-0 run. You just gotta keep it.
Yeah, right.
I think if you can keep this run going for a few more possessions, you can make it a double-digit game. You might be good.
Yeah, for sure. And it can easily turn to a double-digit game. It's just a turnover issue. The turnover issue, just like that. Right back in it with a 3, man. Right when you think Sulphur Springs is about to run away with it, Paris comes up with a huge shot that never really gives them the lead. It just kind of keeps them in it, gives them some momentum back. This snapback to DJ's wide open, but I'll take that too.
Branson. My man pulled up from Sulphur Springs. Branson 2 of 5 from 3 tonight.
We're going to do some high-low action. 10 for 3.
Malachi with another board. Oh, watch out. And that I do like that timeout from Coach Shaver there.
And you still got 4. Now you got 3 left, but
real quick, while we've got a second, we'll be right back. We're back. Sulphur Springs leading 50-46, 5:11 left. Rusty Harden said in the comments, Malachi played his rear off. Malachi tends to do that.
yeah, man. And we've loved Malachi ever since last season, strictly for that. Now, he's just doing little points on the board.
Yes.
Used to, he was getting 2 points, but we were like, man, he might be the player of the game.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, you're playing the same way, but now you might have 20. It's great. I love it.
Definitely making a strong case for the Slaughters Barbecue player of the game here tonight.
Yeah, and he's backside with Cordrick's right there, and he looks for it right there. If you're Cordrick, you catch it. Try to see if you can maybe spin to that baseline and hit this corner right there.
Yep, just
Parker's
like that.
got to stay out.
Very heads-up play by Paris there. And I'm surprised more teams don't attempt that.
Oh, yeah,
that is kind of his go-to move. Especially once he hits that spin. I mean, you don't really have control. And you don't even really, once you've turned your back, you're in the middle of a spin. It's hard to know if they're attempting the charge to begin with. So.
All right. Now, so on this play, what I was saying earlier, while we got to stop here, Cordrick Turner is getting the ball on the post. And all of Paris, the defenders, are being attracted around like he's a magnet. So basically, usually it's DJ and Parker on this opposite side, where DJ's on the wing, Parker's on this corner. If you're Cordrick, you can spin to the baseline, and one of those are going to be open if you can make that pass. Parker's just got to stay out in the corner. If you go to that paint like he's been doing, it clogs everything up, and it makes everything harder for Cordrick.
I agree. 4:35 left to go. Ooh, good pump. Ooh.
Wow.
They're going for some kind of record for dunks tonight.
There's a 3 for Malachi. I think you swing that. Hit it or swing it.
I don't remember the last time I saw a Malachi Miles three-point attempt.
I think he's only shot maybe 2 or 3 of them this season so far. He hasn't shot much. I mean, his three-point percentage is 0.
Good try to foul.
But he's averaging like .05 attempts per game.
Right.
So.
Yeah, attempting less than 1 a game will get you either a very high or a very low percentage real quick. Parker 0 for 3 from the line tonight. See if he can get 1 to go. And he can. Makes it a 5-point game. Chance to make it 6. 4:06 left to go. There you go.
It gives him his 10th point of the night. Now Sulphur Springs has 3 players in double digits, and Malachi with 16, Cordrick and Parker 10 each.
So Malachi hasn't set a season high, but he's tied, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm going to go on a limb and say that's not just season, but career. Oh,
yes,
Parker.
I would believe so. Parker with a block. DJ can catch up to it.
Oh,
wow,
okay, there you
man.
go. Do you know what I was really selfishly hoping for? That DJ would just no. DJ would just behind the back pass back to Parker.
That would have been nice.
54-46. What was your prediction? Because we're getting pretty close.
I said 56, 53, 51.
It's still doable.
Paris. I said Paris again. And another missed dunk.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game, you've got to abandon the dunk idea.
Lay it up.
Let me just put this one off the glass.
It's going to be DJ's 3rd. on the night. You're still comfortable. DJ is a guy you're okay with having 3 fouls.
I was just about to make the same point, yes.
Like, you'd rather that. I thought it was going to be Cordrick. You'd rather be on DJ than Cordrick.
Absolutely, and you're really not in any foul trouble.
No. Three fouls, 3
Parker's got 3. Ooh, he almost had 4. He still got 3. Wildcats, chance to make it a double-digit lead. Branson,
Oh, Kip.
good pass.
Oh, man, he might have got
There you go,
away with it.
Cordrick. And just like that, Sulphur Springs has their first double-digit lead of the night, 56-46. 2:48 left to go. That makes 12 points for Cordrick Turner. He's got 12 points, 5 assists, 4 boards, having himself a night. All right, what did I say? 2:56, something like that left to go. What do you have to do for the final 2:56?
If you're Sulphur Springs, man, be as patient as possible. I think that I'm not the type of guy that wants to hold the ball out. I think Shaver is.
Yes, and we expressed some.
Yeah, and I don't like that, especially with this team that gambles a lot, because you gamble it, they gamble twice, then it's a 6-point game. And then if you make
it just
one
feels
more
like anytime we've tried to see them do that, it results in a turnover.
Yeah, it's never worked. So I think right now you're still patient, but you're moving look, they're still sticking to one side of the court. They're constantly going to that right side wherever Cordrick is, and they're not swinging it back around to the other side. Right now, you got to start swinging around to the other side. Get the defenders to move, and then you'll find some open cutters and get a quick basket. And also, you got to stay locked in on defense. Get the defensive rebound, so on and so forth. But I don't think you hold it out. I think we're going to see that, but I don't think they should.
I agree. Now, I'm not asking you to go quick, but, just a good in-between ground. Because I think, to the point you're kind of making, Paris is going to have to make some gambles now, and that should allow whether an open backdoor cut or, it's going to allow for opportunities, I think. 2:40 left to go.
Great pass.
Ooh, I thought he may have just pulled up. Step back, no good. Malachi fighting for it.
Another timeout.
Got to get another timeout, all right.
Leaves him with 1 left. I think it's
Timeout, Sulphur Springs.
okay with the timeout.
I agree. 2:26 left to go. You've got a double-digit lead. I do go ahead. Go ahead, use the timeout. Let's just get control of the ball.
Up 10.
Yeah, I agree.
On the 17th.
Do we think they're going to do anything differently here?
I think, well, with that, if you're Malachi there, you slow down when you get the ball. You slow down when you're trying to go fast, because Paris started playing fast, so we try to start playing at their pace. I think if you're Sulphur Springs, don't worry about how fast they're going. And I think that's why you get Branson Lynn the ball, because Branson Lynn's going to be good at getting the ball, getting in triple threat, using some pivots, and then, getting into his defender some and slowing it down a lot.
I agree. I'm putting the ball in Branson Lynn's hands.
And that's what they're going to do.
Also, I want to make sure everyone is aware. Don't go anywhere after the game. We've got post-game interviews. We've got a Name of Slaughter's barbecue player of the game. Not going to want to miss any of that. So stick with us.
Now, my homer prediction was 60-49 Sulphur Springs.
That's close. Malachi for the season high, for the career high, Malachi Miles, 18 points. Spoiler alert, I have my vote.
I have my vote too. What more of a Malachi way to do it
than with
than
the
doing an offensive rebound?
Absolutely. For anyone trying to keep track at home, that's not only 18 points, it's 18 points on 9 of 12. That man is the definition of efficient.
And it's not these little easy, usually it's off putback, so like he's just camping out there down low.
You know what wild stat I would like to see? His points per dribble.
Yeah.
He has 18 points. I promise he hasn't dribbled the ball 18 times tonight. Would you take that bet?
No, because he brought the ball up a lot.
Oh, okay.
So he was running the offense in the first half. But I will say Parker, that is his 4th. I don't think you really have to worry about that now.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx anything.
think
But
you're-
you got an 11-point lead. You got a pretty comfortable lead now.
58-47, 1:43 left to go. Again, we got post-game interviews, obviously, with Coach Shaver. We will hear from our Slaughter's Barbecue player of the game.
Yeah,
And-
there's Paris gambling like we thought.
For anyone that cannot stick around, but you're wondering what we've got coming up in the next next week's schedule. Tuesday night, we'll have the Lady Cats versus Liberty Ilo. And then Friday
There it
night,
is.
Wildcats versus North Lamar.
Malachi's going to go try to get 20 at the free throw line.
I want nothing more than a 20-point Malachi Miles game.
I got to tell you, Sulphur Springs just shot. Even right then, they're not holding the ball out.
You're
They're
right.
still not holding the ball out. Usually, and they're probably going to start doing that here this next possession, but
Chance for one more. 58-47, 135 left. There you go.
is Malachi's 19th. Hey, Paris, you got to go, man.
And I will say, I feel like Paris put up a really good fight here tonight. I think
Yeah,
the second matchup between these two teams is going to be good.
Oh, yeah. And I think,
Good
this
move.
is a 12-point game. It doesn't feel like a 12-point game until these last minute or so. They are going to spread it out here.
that was it.
20. That was it. That was the last opportunity, I think.
We'll see. Maybe one more. That brings it back to a 10-point game, and Paris is going to use not their final timeout. They still have a couple after this, but that brings it back to a 10-point game. A little under a minute left. Let's just play devil's advocate. What would Paris have to do to get back to this? Obviously, you're going to foul immediately. Who do you try to foul? Anyone but Branson? For the record,
I'm going for Parker.
Branson, an 81% free throw shooter. Nobody else is over 75%.
Yeah, no, I'm going for Parker's had a
no
rough night
offense.
on the free throw line.
You've seen Parker struggle from the line tonight.
I'd probably, really anybody over Branson. DJ?
So much so, would you double him on the inbound? I think I would take whoever is guarding ball, and I would double.
Yeah,
I would double Branson.
you definitely double Branson. That's what they're going to do. Yeah, I think you got to have Parker inbound the ball so you can make sure it gets the ball.
That, or you can make an argument for DJ or Malachi. They make good passes. They're not big on turning the ball over.
DJ's already 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He's hit a 3 this half. I think DJ needs to be there to catch the ball. And you know what's interesting? We've played 7 minutes of this fourth quarter. No subs.
You're right.
No subs.
Oh, check it out. We've got everyone's favorite cameraman, producer, commentator, Corey Hankins. He'll have to join us here as we get ready for the post-game interviews here in just a minute. And they were able to get a point, to get a basket without having to foul.
Maybe
They're almost going to get two. They're going to do it twice.
Let's see.
59-51.
Oh, wait. It looks like it's going to be on Malachi.
It's a foul on Malachi. Okay. So we were talking about, you'd have to foul immediately. They've gotten one bucket and a chance at a second without having to foul. And they've only used 15 seconds on the clock so far. Now, of course, the clock is running.
You got to go.
You got to go quicker than that.
And they get another foul. Parker's now got his fifth.
That's going to put them in the bonus.
And in the bonus.
It's going to make it a 1-1. And that does it for Parker Wisenhunt tonight. His final stats, 10 points, 5 assists, 2 boards. He shot 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Also had a pair of steals and a block. If you make both of these, it's now a 2-score game. If you make both of these, it is now a 2-score game.
Now, right now, if I'm Shaver, I've Cordier passed the ball in, and I see Theophilides back.
Yes.
No disrespect. I just don't want Cole to get the ball right now, and it looks like they're going to.
It is now a 2-score game, 59-53, 38 seconds left.
You're still going to trap.
You got to foul now, though.
You got to get it across half court. There you go.
And now, if you're Paris,
now
you got to
foul. Now they're going to foul. Okay.
I will say, though, For a team who was down by 12 with 1 minute and 37 seconds left,
it's a game.
They used the last 60 seconds very efficiently. Now Paris, the unfortunate thing for them is they didn't foul very much, so now they have to foul 2 more times to send Sulphur Springs to the line.
Yes.
Trap
what
right there.
A great place to trap.
Now you foul.
And now you foul. Okay, so.
And again, that's just the 6th. Oh, no.
That would be their 6th.
But is it the 2nd in the final? No, okay, one more. They're going to have to foul 1 more time to send Sulphur Springs to the line. 59-53, 25 seconds left.
Yeah, there you go. No, I think you keep it there.
I disagree.
If you give it, here's my take. If Parker was the one inbounding and cutting, I think you hand it off there to Parker.
I disagree for 2 reasons, no offense, even though you theoretically would rather have the free throws. You're about a 60% free throw shooter, and not even that. Just because Cole gets it, he doesn't have to get a layup. He can run over here. He can kill time.
Yeah, but I don't think you want him with the ball right there.
See, that's...
With a .3 turnover ratio.
That's the argument I'm making for 3. A chance to make it a 1-score game. Ooh.
And that may have done it.
That may have done it. Now, Grayson, I told you earlier tonight, if they score 60, they'll win this game.
And they may do that.
They have a chance to do so with this free throw right here, 59-53. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Cordrick here. Cordrick, 12 points so far tonight. No good. So he'll stay at 12 points. 12 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. One more chance to make it to get to 60. Again, y'all don't go anywhere. We've got a good post-game show for you. We've got post-game interviews. We will name our Slaughter's Barbecue Player of the Game. I know y'all are all wondering. We haven't been very obvious about who that would be.
And there it is, Tyler. You know, me and you argue a lot about sports. We don't agree a lot.
We don't?
And I disagreed with you on that.
Do we
I don't
not?
think we do. I don't think we do. Maybe we do. We agree a lot, and for this team, I think.
We agree on almost everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe we do. Maybe we do.
To your point, we're not.
Yeah.
That'll do it. The final score is 60-53. Your Sulphur Springs Wildcats start their attempt at a district title defense. 1-0. We keep hyping up. We've got a great post-game show for you, and we've got post-game interviews. We're going to name our Slaughter's Barbecue Player of the Game, but before we can do any of that, we want to hear a quick word from a few more of our sponsors, and then we'll be back with all of that.
IT problems can make you feel strapped down. Let Essential Business Solutions take care of all your IT needs. Managed IT services, disaster recovery and backup solutions, new hardware, and other IT services as needed. Yes! Set up a consultation today.
Hi, my name is Brian, and I've been with Bulkley for almost 4 years. Driving with them has allowed me to see most parts of this beautiful country. For me, there are lots of reasons I drive for Bulkley: guaranteed weekly pay and flexible hours. You have a rider policy, pet policy, and the new Volvo trucks are fantastic, but honestly, at Bulkley, it's about family. I drive for Bulkley because they're the best. I choose Bulkley.
Okay, it is almost time for the post-game interviews. 1 second. So we have been doing some new things. We're constantly adding to this. If I can find it. There we go. We've got tonight's Slaughter's Barbecue Player. You good, Malachi? We've got tonight's Slaughter's Barbecue Player of the Game, Malachi Miles. Malachi, incredible game, which you've been playing very, very, very well lately, but incredible game tonight. You set a new season, and I believe career high with 19 points. How are you feeling tonight, man? We were very much rooting for you to get to 20. Which I wanted to point out to you, man. We've asked you a couple of times in these post-game interviews, when are we going to see a dunk? We know that you can do it, and I'm pretty sure you told me you would get one in district, first night of district, and you get a dunk. No, give yourself more. It was a dunk.
It's a dunk. All right, Malachi, can you hear me, Malachi? All right, perfect. All right, so question I got for you. So today, obviously all season, Branson's been the guy bringing it up. In the first half, you were the guy bringing it up. Is that because Branson was out a couple games, or was that just like Shaver put some trust in you and he got a feel and he likes the way you do it? How did that come about?
I'm good.
You go, Malachi, man, again.
Congrats on the win tonight. Congrats on a new career high, 19 points.
And Slaughter's Barbecue Player of the Game.
And congratulations on being our first Slaughter's Barbecue Player of the Game of district. Congratulations, man. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us, man. Shout out to your cousin. Get it to Branson. Can you hear us? There you go. Branson said, I don't know who they want, but I'm hopping on them. Branson, first and foremost, welcome back, dude. You've definitely been missed the last couple of games, and you pretty much picked up right where you left off. Shot 40% from three tonight. Yeah, I wanted to ask, did you feel like, you were in just such a rhythm? I believe the last 5 games before you got hurt, you were shooting like 66% from the three-point line. Did you have any thoughts like, I was hot, I'm going to have to find that again, or you felt good?
Yeah, so Branson, tonight I asked Malachi about it earlier, and obviously he started the first half of bringing the ball up instead of you. And he said, a lot of it was they didn't want, to put too much pressure on you since, you're just getting back from the ankle injury. How does it feel like in terms of now you got another guy that can bring the ball up, can handle pressure? I mean, y'all only had 4 turnovers in the first half, which were kind of like loose turnovers. Does that make you have more trust in your teammates?
Yeah, it does. And also, they've been wanting me to play off ball, for the longest, but we just haven't been able to find that person. And, we got Malachi now, so we're finding that, so it helps me play off ball, on ball. It just gives me other options.
Okay. Branson, thanks for taking the time to talk to us, man. We'll get you next time.
Yes, sir. No more interviews. Something wrong with
All right, well, we tried to do the interviews. We'll get them next time. Grayson, we're doing a show over here.
Oh, yeah. No, I think Corey was trying to figure out a way to get DJ on, but yeah, so.
We want to go ahead and point out tonight's Slaughter's Barbecue Player of the Game, like we said. Malachi Miles. Congratulations to Malachi. Great game from him. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. Overall, that was kind of a rough game overall, but we had Cordic turnovers, getting 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists as well, shooting 5 for 9 from the field, even though he was struggling from it. Branson, 6 points, couple rebounds, couple assists. Kind of got a shot in there. We're hoping he can start feeling his groove. Parker, 10 points, 5 assists. Parker kind of had a rough night, but was starting to feel it there. He obviously fouls out there at the end. Theophilides, 5 points, knocks down a 3 of his own. DJ, 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. DJ with a lot of playing time tonight, it seemed like. Especially, he played the entire fourth quarter, which is something we never saw in the first half of the season. He really wasn't getting any fourth quarter play. So I wish we could talk to him about that.
I do too.
And Shaver.
I was definitely wanting to hear from Coach Shaver tonight, but we'll definitely get that back. next week. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Again, I know we've shown y'all a couple of times, but if you're wondering where what we'll be doing next week, Tuesday night, we will be with the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats as they go up against Liberty Ilo. And then next Friday, this time a week from now, Sulphur Springs Wildcats versus North Lamar. Both of those are at home, I believe. So obviously, if you can come out and support the Wildcats and the Lady Cats in person, please do so. You can watch us after the fact. You can turn the game on while you're there. But for anyone that can't make it, we definitely ask or hope that you join us. Grayson, any final thoughts before we get out of here, man?
No, I mean, overall, that's a way to start over from a few losses and kind of a rough tournament season somewhat. That's a good way to start over. You're 1-0.
You're 1-0.
This is what matters. Even they handled the adversity very well, and I'm very impressed and very encouraged by the way they responded tonight.
I agree. Grayson, good to have you back. I missed you, man.
It's good to be back.
I missed you. Again, thank you to every single one of y'all for joining us tonight. We will be back on Tuesday night. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors for making this happen. We have a ton of really cool stuff coming up this new year, and we're just excited to still be doing it all. So again, on behalf of everyone here at Chad's Media, my partner Grayson McClure, Chloe Copel, Corey Hankins, Chad Copel, everybody else, I'm Tyler Lennon. We'll see y'all Tuesday night.
So bad.